What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I know I've already put out a lot of content today, so I'm going to make this one quick as well. My two breaking news videos that I made earlier were really quick, but I want to update you on that a little bit, the Aqib Talib trade. And so there's this article from CBS Sports, and it's 2019 NFL trade deadline grades. Rams clear up cap space by shipping Aqib Talib to Dolphins. The 2019 NFL trade deadline came and went without anything major happening. It was one of the more anticlimactic trade deadlines in recent memory, especially considering how eventful last year was. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so let's go on. Because the interesting part of this is the grades and the context behind it. And so, and this is, I've read several reports now that are very similar to this, and they've all, the vast majority of them have said, you know, very, very similar things. Anyway, so as far as like grades they've given, this is the grade perspective from Jordan Dajani, who wrote this article. So these are his grades, but the analysis seems to be pretty consistent from the majority of the sources and reports that I've seen so far. Anyway, he says Rams trade grade is an A-. The decision to trade Talib appears to have been purely financial. He's scheduled to become an unrestricted free agent after this season, and the Rams had to make room in order to extend newly acquired cornerback Jalen Ramsey. The Rams' fifth-round pick they sent to Miami was an incentive for the Dolphins to pay out the $4.2 million owed to Talib for the rest of the season. In 5 games for Los Angeles this year, Talib recorded 14 combined tackles and 2 passes defensed. With Marcus Peters now a Baltimore Raven, the Rams have inserted Troy Hill into the starting lineup, and he has recorded 12 combined tackles and 2 passes defensed in just the last 3 games. This salary dump was necessary for the Rams, and they were able to get the job done on Tuesday. So one of the common threads here is and why this trade seems to be really baffling to a lot of people is because it would appear as though all we've done is just purchase draft picks at a pretty high price, because we have yes, Marcus Peters has Aqib Talib is, you know, a damn good corner, and like a few years ago maybe acquiring him would have been something, but he's 33 now. He's definitely on the tail end of his career. He's, you know, got a bunch of injury problems right now. He's going to be on injured reserve till at least week 15. They might take him off injured reserve, maybe, who knows. There's other speculation that they might try and trade him again later at some point for more draft capital, but it also looks like they gave we'll get to what the Dolphins gave up in a second. I think it mentions it in here. We gave up, it was a 6th round pick in 2022. Anyway, so you know, and we got a 5th round pick in this upcoming draft. So it looks like we just purchased a 5th round pick for an aging, possibly not even gonna play for us at any given time. Maybe possibly this year for a little bit, but for what reason? Especially like the last 3 games of the season. You know, and Xavier Howard's now on injured reserve, so our secondary is like scary thin, and I mean, it's craziness. Anyway, let's continue on though, because like I said, I wanted this to be kind of quick. So Dolphins trade grade D+. I just want to give you their perspective and the stats and stuff that come along with it, and the perspective that a lot of people are you know, putting out there. Talib has accumulated 462 combined tackles, 6 forced fumbles, 35 interceptions, and 10 touchdowns over the course of his career. He would make a nice addition to the ailing Dolphins secondary if he was healthy. The 5-time Pro Bowl defensive back was placed on injured reserve earlier this month due to a rib injury he suffered during the Rams' 30-29 loss to the Seattle Seahawks in Week 5. Talib is a candidate to return from IR later this season, but that means he would only play in the last few games for the Dolphins. What's interesting is that ESPN reported earlier this week that Talib was given the chance to be traded last week, but turned it down. Now he finds himself on the worst team in the NFL. The 33-year-old is in the final season of a 6-year, $57 million deal that he signed with the Denver Broncos in 2014. Who knows if he actually ends up playing a single down for the Dolphins. Also, too, real quick, just in the same, breath, let's see, real quick. There was a tweet, where is it, that mentioned where Talib has been to. He's been traded. Okay, here we go. Aqib, and I had retweeted this. Aqib Talib has been traded 3 times now. Tampa to New England, Denver to LA, LA to Miami. I mean, look, he's on the back end of his career, so it's like, and we were just like ended up being, it's looking like we just ended up being suckers for the Rams, just so that way they could offload, their baggage onto us, and we just purchased, we took on their baggage, and it's an expensive, for us, from our perspective, it's a really expensive fifth round pick. It's a 5th round pick in 2020. Sure, it adds to the collection, but I mean, anyway, that's all I got. Those are the updates. So I'm gonna get up out of here. Hopefully that's the last video for today. Hopefully there's no other, barring any kind of like crazy, like, breaking news, but the trade deadline's done, so that should be it, unless they cut anybody else. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. I hope you guys enjoy my videos and my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts, make sure you share my videos and my channel with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. And of course, as always, make sure you follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.